What last request on death row ended up being the thing that kept you alive? I filed my final requests on a Wednesday. Most guys ask for a meal. I asked for a song. Specifically, I asked to have my grandfather's fiddle brought in so I could play one tune before the end. An old reel he taught me when I was 6, the one he called The Long Way Home. I wrote out on the form exactly which fiddle it was, where my sister kept it, the fine tuner that stuck, the string that always went flat, the little crack in the body he'd patched with hide glue. I explained it had to be that fiddle, tuned that specific way, or it wouldn't sound like him. The guard took the form. An hour later, the prison's programs officer showed up at my cell holding it like it was a live wire. You Marsh? Yeah, you want us to bring in an instrument? Do you know what a security nightmare that is? Strings, tuning pegs, a wooden body? It's a fiddle. It's how my grandfather taught me. It's the only thing I want. He went quiet a second. Your grandpa was a musician? No, just a man who played on the porch every Sunday. Raised me after my folks were gone. He looked at the form again, then at me. This has to clear the warden, and we'd have to locate it, inspect it, get it approved. Your date's Friday at 6. That's cutting it close. I've got 48 hours. So do you. He almost smiled. I'll see what I can do. It's your last request. If it matters this much, it matters. Thursday morning, my sister dropped the fiddle at the gate. Security took it apart practically string by string. By afternoon, it was cleared, but the case had been jostled and 2 pegs had slipped, and the officer, who, it turned out, played a little guitar, spent an hour with a clip-on tuner trying to bring it back to the tuning I'd written down. He couldn't get the flat string to hold. He kept at it. It has to be right, he told the warden. Man asked for one specific thing. Thursday night, I couldn't sleep. My lawyer had stopped returning calls months back. My family had stopped visiting after the trial. Everyone believed I'd killed Colin. I hadn't, but nobody left cared. I lay on my bunk and listened to the officer, down the hall in the property room, plucking that string over and over, chasing a sound he'd never heard my grandfather make. Friday, execution day. The tuning still wasn't holding. The officer had to send out for a new string, the exact gut wound kind I'd specified, because the synthetic ones sounded wrong, he said, and I hadn't even asked him to do that. Noon came and went. 2 o'clock. The string arrived and he restrung it, and it needed time to stretch and settle before it would hold pitch. You can't rush a fresh string, my grandfather always said. You have to let it learn the note. By 5, the warden came to my cell. Your instrument isn't ready. The tuning won't stabilize. We're moving the time to 8. I almost laughed. My grandfather's fiddle, stubborn to the very end. 6 o'clock. The original time came. I was still in my cell, still waiting on a string to settle. 7:30. The officer appeared at my bars, hollow-eyed, holding the fiddle. It's holding now. Finally, he passed it through. I tuned the last hair of it myself, the way only I knew how, and I played the reel, all the way through, slow, in a concrete room, and for 4 minutes I was 6 years old on a summer porch. I finished at 7:52, 8 minutes to go. They walked me down the hall. The chaplain asked if I wanted to pray. I said no. 7:55. Then the warden's phone rang. He answered. His face changed. Say that again. He listened. You're certain? He looked at me. Stop. Everyone stopped. Colin's business partner had been arrested that afternoon and confessed. He'd framed me over money, and a witness had finally cracked. An emergency stay had been filed at 7:25, and granted at 7:40, and in the chaos nobody had reached the warden until his phone rang at 7:56. The clock read 7:57. If the fiddle had been ready at 6, if I'd had my last request on time, I'd have already been walked to the chamber during the window when no one knew to stop it. The officer came down the hall out of breath, and when the warden nodded at him, he sagged against the wall. The stay came through at 7:40, he said quietly, right about when I finally got that string to hold. I slid down the wall and sat on the floor, a stubborn fiddle string and a man who refused to rush it. They exonerated me 4 months later. I went straight to my grandfather's grave and sat there an hour, the fiddle across my knees, and played him The Long Way Home, and told him it was the reason I got to come back at all.